would like to start out by mentioning that I will be doing a live chat right here on YouTube on Tuesdays and Thursdays from about 6:45 to 7:30 before The Voice and X Factor every single week. So that is going to be my schedule. So please come and join me. Put it in your calendar and we can chat about The Voice or anything you want to chat about. Hey fam, what's up, what's up, what's up? This is Robert Anton here, robertanton.com, coming to you with another No Frills commentary from a singer. Yes sir, we had the results tonight, the first results show for the season 3 of X Factor. And let me tell you, it was a few surprises up in there, but everybody is so good. And well, let me just get into it and tell you what happened. First we started out, they said tonight we're going to reveal which act came in what position. They're going to reveal 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, all up to number 1 where everybody fell this time. I don't know if they're going to do it every time, but they definitely are doing it this time. And One Direction was performing 2 songs tonight, and they opened the show doing Live While We're Young, their new single. The stage was set up different with these telephone booths, and they were falling like dominoes on each other, and there was a ramp on top of them, so they all started out like at different points on top of the ramp. I thought it was very interesting, very creative. They are very, very, very young too. I didn't realize that. The girls in the crowd probably screamed their tonsils out. They were so raucous. And the song is fun and catchy. I've heard it several times, and it's just a feel-good, catchy tune, and I really like it. They also did a little skit after they sang with Drew Brees, football player. Is he a football player? That led into a Pepsi commercial, because they have like a few Pepsi commercials that they've done together, at least 2, because I've seen one other one, and then they showed the new one after this, after their performance and the little skit that they did. Lea Michele was in the audience from Glee, and they gave her a shout out. Mario Lopez mentioned her, and they panned the camera over to her. And then we got a long recap of last night's performances and the judges' comments and backstage footage. It just went on too long for me. And finally we got to what we came for tonight, the results. So they called out the mentors and their teams to the stage. Then they revealed who will make it through to the top 12 one by one. They started out, the first person they called was, they said in no particular order, they called Arin Ray, Paige Thomas, and Simon was he looked like he getting nervous to me when they passed by him. They called Diamond White. They called Vino Alan, Jennel Garcia, and then Emblem 3, and everything kind of relaxed a little bit. Then we went to commercial. We came back to see, once again, One Direction. They started out by showing clips of their like journey on X Factor, and then you know how they've been growing in popularity all over the world. Then they performed, and I wrote they scaled it way down to sing a nice slow number called Little Things. And I actually heard about this song on What the Buck from YouTube, because he was kind of making fun of the lyrics, okay? So they did their thing on this, and the girls were going wild naturally. It was very personal and laid back. I actually like the message of the song, but I also like What Makes You Beautiful and its message. You know, it's just very positive about loving people for who they are and all that good stuff, even if they don't love themselves as much. You know, sometimes people don't love the things that you love about them. So that's what their songs are really about, or these 2 songs are about. I can see the one sitting in the middle. I don't even know their names, all their names. I've heard Zayn, and that's not what I remember at the moment, but I've heard What the Buck try to, he says Zayn like rain. Try to remember their names. But the one in the middle on this performance, if you guys know, if you're One Directioners, you know, I can really see him going solo. I just, for some reason, it just came to me as I was looking at it. Just popped into my head. You know, don't get mad at me. It just popped into my head. And I wrote going solo at some point. Okay, their new album is called Take Me Home. It's being released Monday, November 12th. And I might just pick it up, and if I don't pick it up, I'll probably check it out on one of the sites and listen to the whole thing, and maybe I'll do a review of it. Let me know down in the comments if you would like that. Alright, more results. 5 more acts are safe, and 2 will sing for survival. So, first up, they called Carly Rose Sonenclar, then Tate Stevens, Beatrice Miller, Lyric 145, and then Fifth Harmony. CeCe, Frey, and Jason Brock are the bottom 2 and have to sing for survival. Y'all know I like CeCe for many reasons, her drama and her voice, but bottom 2, and Jason Brock, I gave a whole rant on Jason Brock in yesterday's video. Go and watch it. I'll tell you what the problem was. Because he has a wonderful, wonderful voice. I didn't really want to see these 2 battling. But when I think about it, I think about the people who are there. All of them are so good. So I don't know who I would actually want to see go home. Right. CeCe Frey did You Haven't Seen the Last of Me by Cher. She picked a really big song for this performance, and she should have done something like this last night. Really. I liked how she brought a bit of fierceness and really held those high notes. I mean, just let them sail. But in some parts she was very rough and even screechy. I think she was about to cry and it was affecting her voice, because you know your chords start to close up a little bit as you start tearing up and all that good stuff. That was really affecting her at this point. Jason Brock did Total Eclipse of the Heart by Bonnie Tyler. And he came out, I love him, just so fun and friendly, just waving to the crowd, you know. I could just imagine them waving back, you know, like, oh, Jason, we're sorry. And he was just so nice. And then he just, and bam, launched into the performance. He was already dressed better than yesterday, I'll say that, because I did talk about his styling and stuff. And he was way into the spirit of the song and delivered a wonderful vocal performance with emotion and poise. I was like, there's no way that they're going to send him home. So the mentors had to decide who they were sending home. Demi sent home Jason. Naturally, she's not going to send hers home. LA sent home CeCe. Naturally, he's not going to send his home. Brittany sent home CeCe. Really? And then Simon sent home Jason. Oh, what a dramatic night. Oh. And we go to Deadlock. The first result show, and we got Deadlock already. So they tied, went to Deadlock, and the act who gets the lowest number of votes from the public goes home. And Jason Brock went home. CeCe Frey is now in the top 12. You know, he had a good journey. Jason said he did it for the gays and Japan. Just funny and stuff to the end. And you know, him and LA were thanking each other back and forth. That was very nice. And then we got to see his journey reel. And surprisingly, I didn't feel like crying, because I would have thought he touches me so much. His voice is so beautiful that I thought I would be like kind of tearing up from this. But everybody is so great on here. It's hard to pick a favorite. And you know, it just is what it is. So he kept trying to talk during the whole thing, and they had his mic off. So like they'd ask him something and his mic was off, so he couldn't talk. So he'd be saying something, blah, 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 and he don't know, and they don't know. So he's just talking away, and then finally they cut it back on. So we missed a lot of what he was saying. Then they revealed the order of the voting from the bottom up, and we know CeCe Frey was number 12. Arin Ray was number 11. Beatrice Miller was number 10. Lyric 145 was number 9. Paige Thomas was number 8. Jennel Garcia was number 7. Emblem 3 was number 6. And Simon was not happy about that. Fifth Harmony was number 5. And they clapped. They was like, yeah, all right. Diamond White was number 4. She also clapped. Vino Alan was number 3. Then the big surprise for me, because I had already typed in the order of the last two, and I was wrong. Carly Rose was number 2. I thought she was going to be number 1. I just knew it. And Tate Stevens was number 1. My God, that was really a surprise to me. But why? Why? Well, if I were trying to figure this out, I look at this list and I look at Tate Stevens and I say there is nobody else that is country on this list. And country being our biggest musical demographic, Tate Stevens got the most number of votes. So if you want another genre to win, you got to vote, and like crazy. This is Robert Anton here, robertanton.com. I'll see you guys next week.